Hi everybody, my name is Cheri. Welcome to my stamp studio. So I have a lot to tell you today. We have a special coming up tomorrow, so I want to touch base with that. And normally I get 3 or 4 videos up in a week, but last week was a crazy one. I knew it was going to be super crazy going into it, and then we had a little bit of a health scare that involved an ambulance. A lot of you have asked questions. My husband collapsed in the shower, and he's turned 60 last year. So he's not 61 yet. He's about 60 and a half. Remember when you were a kid and you did half ages? So he collapsed and was out in the shower. So, you know, heart attack's always one of the first things you think when you're older. It had happened 2008, so quite some time ago as well. But that day started with an ambulance in our house before 6 o'clock in the morning and turned into a very long day. And because my week was going to be very, very busy with the Easter holiday that was at my house and hosting a shower for my niece who was in from Connecticut, and that was going to take days of last week. Every single day of last week was scheduled. Like, this was the day you have to do shopping. This is the day you have to do cooking. This is the day you have to finish your taxes. And so when I took a whole day out, all of the things I had to do club, wanted to get some videos filmed. When you lose a whole day, it moved everything. And then I also realized yesterday when everything was over but the taxes, thankfully Good Friday was the 15th. So, you know, the government gave us an extra day. So the taxes were in order. They just weren't finished. So I had to put all the finishing touches on them, and I was tired. And once it was all done, I thought maybe I could stamp something, and there was no gas left in my tank. There was no creativity. I was just tired. I was done. So we're starting off today fresh. After I do this and I get my email out, then I will be moving on to club. But tomorrow, which is, I don't even know what the day is. It will be Wednesday, because I know today is Tuesday. I'm not sure what the number date is. I should have looked. Stampin' Up's having free shipping. So I wanted to make sure that we touch on that. And that's why I'm going to get an email out before I do club. And then I'm going to do club, and you girls will get your instruction videos. Y'all have your packages. And then after I do all that, I'm going to start mailing all of the rest of the catalogs. A good fair chunk of you have them now, because all of you that ordered in March and all of you in club have yours. So there's probably less than a third of you left to get them, but I'm going to start mailing those, and they'll be out to you before the end of the week for sure. So tomorrow, free shipping. There is any minimum order over 75. So the reason I have this catalog here, excuse me, I was tired. I was up early, late, and then my nephew was here on Easter, and it was also his 10th birthday, my grandnephew. And he wasn't feeling well. We thought maybe his allergies, but I think he was sick. He went to the doctor yesterday. Just sick, regular old sick, not pandemic kind of sick. So I don't know if I'm tired or if I got a little bit of his bug. But this catalog ends the end of this month. So there's still a lot of stuff that's on the last chance list. Still a lot of things that are on sale. I suspect tomorrow, once the free shipping hits, that a lot of the things that are on sale will be gone. So this, you just have a few days left to buy from. And I have stopped posting. In the past, I would do retiring and last chance videos right up to the very end. And here's what happened. I would do, something beautiful like this, if you got your VIP videos, a lot of you got this project. And I would do this video, and just what happened in the VIP thing, this is now gone. So I stopped doing the videos because it was pointless for me to show you a great project and then just disappoint you because it was gone. So go back to the last chance list. If you are on my email, then you'll get a link to that. So this ends the end of April. Now this one doesn't end till the end of June, but there are a few things that are already on low inventory. Things like dies that aren't going on into this catalog may run out. I have my water here, hang on. So once you get this in the mail, you'll all have it by the end of the week. But you can ask me if there's something in here and you don't have this yet, if it's going to go on and you want to pick it up while it's free shipping. Any of the bundles are a great bargain while it's free shipping. And then you will have this coming. So if you don't have it coming, let me know. If you were not in club and you didn't order in March, but you placed an order anytime since September of any size, then you're on the list that will be getting it this week. So my gifts with purchase, because when you add that with the free shipping, I don't remember the levels. They'll be in the email. There's only 2 because I tried to make it simple for my super crazy April that turned even crazier than I thought. So there's 2 levels. This is the lower level. You'll get the bone folder that my husband will drill the hole in. And my girlfriend, those of you that got the bag in club, she also designed the logo that's on the bag, but she makes these. She's super talented. So that's the lower level. The higher level, which will be super easy to hit when there's free shipping, you will get the, I think it's called No Matter the Weather. I don't know. You get this kit with the higher level. And both of those this month, it never usually happens, but both of those coincide with my VIP video project levels. So there's that. Then this stamp set that I'm not using today, but I really wanted to after I finished my taxes yesterday, I sat down and I was going to do the ALS because I was done. It's a very, very good year for me last year. Unfortunately, when it's a very, very good year for you, that means there's a lot more numbers. So I was done. That was why when you've already had a stressful week and math is not your thing, it was not fun doing taxes at the end of all that. I was just done. So here are a couple of videos towards the end. This is, I don't even remember the name. I'm not going to do names, guys. I'm going to show you a pretty easy project. And then in the video, I'll have the names. This class will be my first online class in May, and registration will open towards the end of this week. So I'm going to show you that. You can go watch this video because it's up. It's super pretty. It's super sparkly, and it's very hard to show you the beautiful sparkle on video. This was the last video that I did. So I know some of you might have missed it just because it just posted. And then I have not checked my try it numbers, but I saw lots more people had registered while I was otherwise occupied with life. So I know it will fill before the end of the month, which is when the cutoff is. So this is my try it class. The next video that posts to my channel, I will explain a little bit more. And in that one, I will tell you how many spots are left. But if you want in it, you better get in it for the mailed packets, the video. If you just want video only, it will be open for longer. So let's do the card now. So I'm going to use the Cup of Tea bundle. And in this bundle in the catalog, when you see it, it just is happy bundle. And even if you don't like tea, I mean, it could be a coffee because, you know, the coffee houses. And if you're like me, you love a good coffee cup. I love both coffee and tea, so they both work with me. But it's the set in the catalog or the suite that has all of the new in colors. So I have this video, if you missed it, that shows all of the new in colors and kind of how they compare with the current colors that we have. Look, oh, I don't know where that came from. Looks like it's maybe moved. But the paper, so I'm going to use a bunch of new colors. So this is Tahitian Tide. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Tahitian Tide. We're going to use that for our base. So this set has the 2 cups that you can color. We're just going to use the dies. So here's the dies that I'm not using because I wanted to show you, like there's this fun little lemon. There's ones that cut out all of these images. There is a larger like tea bag tag. I'm going to use the tiny one. There's some super tiny little words. I was going to use tiny little words and then I didn't. But those are on there. Put these back in here so I don't stick them to something. That sticky stuff is so sticky, but all these stamps, I'm using 2 of the sentiments. I'm not using any of the stamps. I was in the mood to color, and then I was not. Sometimes when you're tired, just let all the pretty, beautiful stuff do the work for you. So here's the paper on the one side. You know, we have the pretty side and then we have the other side. So let's look at the pretty side first. Here's the lemon, and this looks like Italy to me. Doesn't have to do anything with tea. And then here's just some cups. This is the piece that I'm going to, no, that's not the piece I used. I could use that piece. I could switch it up and use that piece. Maybe I will. Again, this kind of looks like summer, like a picnic. But these are all the new in colors, just teapots and some fun letters. I don't even see the one that I used. Maybe that was the one I used. Tired, guys. Some flowers. So we have this. Okay, let me figure out which one I used. It's not that one. There must be one. Oh, look, there's another one. There's apparently lots of patterns in here. I'm discovering them right along. Here's the one I used. Right along with you. Let's see what this one looks like on the other side. Because, you know, we always have the other side. Should we try something different? Maybe I'll do a different one. We'll do that one because I think it'll still work. It has lots of blues in it. So I did this one the first time. We'll do this one this time. But some of the other ones, like that one, probably wouldn't work for my design. But several of these would. This one would be cute. So we have some more patterns that I didn't see. And then let's look at the other side because, as always, with our paper. So here's where you see a lot of the new in colors. So we have the Tahitian tie. The yellow is not an in color. This is one of the new purples. I don't remember the name. I should have looked at some of this stuff. I don't know that I would have remembered it. But you can go watch the new video. This one's super fun. Doesn't that look like summer? So I don't know. I know a lot of you in the Midwest had the same kind of weather that we did. Easter was cold. Not cold, in the 50s. But sometimes when Easter, is in the middle of April, it's nice. And our trees have bloomed. My crabapple tree hasn't bloomed, so we couldn't take beautiful Easter pictures. Of course, we didn't really get dressed up for Easter because we were tired. But it looked pretty for the Easter egg hunt pictures and things. And then it snowed. So, and our neighbors behind us, I hope they don't watch my videos, but our neighbors behind us have a cathedral ceiling, as we do. But I can see that they still have their probably 12-foot Christmas tree up. Obviously, it is artificial. I really want them to take it down because it's past Easter. It's time for the Christmas tree to come down. If you need to dust your Christmas tree, it's been up too long. But the morning after Easter, when we had about 1.5 inches of snow and it was falling softly and I was drinking my coffee and I could see their tree, it felt like it was the day past Christmas, not the day after Easter. So this is our new glimmer paper. So this is one of the things, if it's still available tomorrow when the shipping is free, you can get last year's glimmer papers. Last year's is 12 by 12, or current year, but last year's colors. This is the new in colors. So I'm going to use Tahitian Tide and something sorbet and something parakeet party. I don't remember. It's sorbet something, but I don't remember what the sorbet is. I think those are the 3 colors I used. So we're going to use that. And then because these were laying on the table, like this was in my last video, the one I just showed you with the I don't remember what it's called. The one with all the leaves. So it's a vellum, pre-printed pack of vellum. And then in it also comes with these super convenient, they must be like 3 by 4. They're a fun size. They're a little bit thinner than our vellum cardstock. But these were laying here, and sometimes this is just really busy. And I want to use it for a background, so I'm going to lay that there, and it will be less busy. So we're going to use that. We're not going to do any coloring. We're going to do very minimal stamping, but we're going to make these dies look beautiful. And then we have a couple of other in color things, new in color things that we're going to use as well. Well, I showed you my free gift with purchase, and then I threw it on the floor. So let's fold this in half. And then we'll cut our designer series paper because this pack comes obviously 6 by 6. So we need it to be 4 by 5 1/4, which is just the standard size that I always use. This we'll save for something later, and then we'll use these 2 pieces. So put those aside, and then let's do our cutting. I won't show you how I'm going to show you how I did it, and then you don't have to watch me do it. So I have a full teacup. I'm going to do that here on the blue, and then the green, put it here, and then there's a little tiny tea bag. I'm going to put that there, and then we've got these hearts, and I'm going to put them on the sorbet. So I'm going to put these on, and I'm going to run those through my die cutting machine. So I have these here. I'm just going to run these through. And then here's this piece of vellum. And then this is something that you can pick up tomorrow during the free shipping sale. There's lots of folders. There's a lot of folders retiring. This one will be staying in the upcoming catalog, but you might as well get it if you like it. It comes in a 2-pack. I think the other one may be stripes. I don't remember. I will put the link to this down below. There's not a whole lot I'm using on this card that's currently available, but there is a little bit. So anything that you can get now, I will put down below. But this is not a 3D folder, so you take out this, and then you use just these two clear. And it doesn't fit the whole piece, it just fits a little strip through the middle. And on my other one, the back side of the paper, you remember I'm using a different piece of Designer Series paper. On the other one, it had dots. This one doesn't, but see, it gives it a fun little raised up image. I just need to put this together. So we have a tiny bit of stamping. So we have this, and I pulled out the long words. It says, thank you for your friendship. Come on, babes, get down. You can tell I wasn't here a lot last week. I have some needy animals. So these are tiny words, and I'm just gonna try to hit right here in between. On the other one, there were dots. So I just hit underneath the dots, or like in between the rows of dots. And this one, I'm gonna try to hit right in between those lines. So it says, thank you for your friendship. And then we're gonna grab the tiny little tea bag and my Tahitian Tide stamp pad. And you can stamp first and cut second. I think when you have photopolymer, I think it's just as easy to do it this way because you don't have to worry about your die moving. And it's easy to get it on there. So now we have a little decorated tea bag. That's all the stamping that we're gonna do. Now we just have to put this together. So we have our pieces here. I'm gonna take this. Now I am using a very old adhesive, Snail. Some of you may have this still, but because our refills for our other one are not in yet, they're due in any time. I'm crossing my fingers that they'll be in for the free shipping. So I put this on here, and this is pretty. Now this, because I put it through the embossing folder, it kind of camouflages the fact that it's got adhesive back here. It's another reason I like to put these through the folder. But see, this is kind of bright. You lay this on here and the teacup gets a little lost. But you just put this in here, and I like to always have some of the paper stick out the edges. But now it's back there. It's beautiful, but it gives us a nice base for this without overwhelming our focal point. Then here's our little strip of really scrap that was off the edge of what we cut. And now I'm gonna take, this is a new ribbon that will be in the upcoming catalog, and it's the In Color Baker's Twine in the new colors. So I'm going to use the Tahitian Tide. I feel like I didn't intend to, but I kind of feel like I'm glad I used mostly Tahitian Tide because I'm tired, and then I don't have to remember all the names of the new colors. So I'm just gonna add some adhesive right here. At the moment, I'm just gonna faux it and put it right here. And then we'll attach something there in a second. So first you wanna do the teacup itself. And I'm gonna raise it up with my dimensionals. Again, most of the other adhesives are in stock. So if you need to replenish your adhesives, free shipping, it's a great day to do that. So put this here. And now I'm going to take my favorite adhesive as far as not seal is the fine tip glue. And you see me use this all the time. It has this fun little, this screws off. It has a needle in it, so it never has, sometimes you have to pull that little goobie off the end, but it's not sticky or anything. But it has that needle, so when you stick it back in there, it never is like stuck on itself. And it doesn't have to be everywhere on here, but just kind of get some of the points. But it's the fine tip. You could use the adhesive sheets on this. It's just that so much of this gets popped out that you end up throwing away a lot of the adhesive sheets. I like those for my images that are small and tiny and not a lot of it gets punched out. Oops. So just add this right over to the top of that. And the glimmer paper, you can see it kind of has that bend to it. So I'm just gonna lay this right on top just for a second. And as soon as it kind of grabs, it'll be good. So I'm going to take my tea bag, add some glue there, and just cover up the end of, oops, I'm having you can tell I'm tired. Put that right there. And then we're just going to kind of use our fun little hearts that we popped out. And I'm going to put some of them on this glue right here. I didn't even need to add glue because before I dropped it. And then up here, I don't want this to move around, so I'm just going to add one of my hearts over the top, and that'll kind of seal that in there. And when that dries, it'll be stuck there. Take our embellishments that are new. They're the in color matte dots, and you can see that they kind of go from dark to light and then in different sizes. So on my other card, I used the dark of the sorbet because I used the lighter part of, let me show you this paper here. On my other card, I've used this lighter portion. On this one, I used the darker portion because then I knew I'd be able to use the lighter ones of these. So now I have darker hearts and I can use the lighter ones of these. So there's 5 hearts. So I'm going to do every place that there's kind of a dark or a large heart, I'll use a larger dot. And where there's a tiny heart, I'll use kind of a tiny one, just kind of around it. Doesn't have to be right on it. And there you go, super easy. The most time-consuming part of this one was cutting out the stuff, which isn't time-consuming at all. So there's that one. And then here's the one with the other piece of paper and the opposite with our hearts. So here's the lighter hearts, darker dots, and then the opposite of the paper. This paper is a little more muted because this has a lot more of the darker green and this one has a lot more of that brighter green. So super fun. If you're not on my email list, you'll want to hop on and I will give you some links, and I'm gonna send an email today and then you'll get another reminder tomorrow. And I'll have another tutorial tomorrow. I may do the O alias. Maybe today I'll feel inspired to stamp something with it. I didn't even try this morning. I was gonna do it yesterday. I stared at it for a good 15 minutes and I thought, yeah, I'd have nothing. So I may try it today, but there will be a tutorial in tomorrow's email as well. And if you're in club, you'll have your email, your links today, tomorrow, maybe today. I'm gonna film it today. Depends on how I get going, and I don't want to fuel myself with too much caffeine today. A cup of tea maybe. Everybody have a great one. I'll catch you back here later. Bye.